YouTube, welcome back. This is NizzleTV, back with another video, another review. Today, we got the FN 509 Tactical. So, really excited about finally being able to get this firearm. So a little bit of backstory. I've been wanting FN for years, and I'm sure, as you know, this is a pretty expensive firearm. I've never been able to see this under $1,000. I want to say, when did I get this? I picked this up, I want to say it was last September, October-ish. Just randomly browsing through, some of the gun websites. I want to say it was Palmetto. And I found this with the red dot for like $800. And at that point I was like, you know what, I've been wanting this for so long. At this price I can't pass it up. So I was able to get it. I shot it a bit in some of my range videos. You guys have seen it. But I wanted to get around to doing a review. So this is, I guess, the full-size version, because there's the compact and then the mid-size. So this is the full-size. This is the 4.5-inch barrel. Comes with the Vortex Viper red dot, suppressor height, night sights, really nice touch. Has the hinge trigger and nothing in chamber. Will say I'm not a huge fan of the trigger. I know in previous videos I've said that I wouldn't switch triggers, and I may not do it to this one, but if I was to do it, it would be with this one. I'm not the biggest fan of the trigger. I don't know. I've seen, I believe Apex makes flat face triggers. I think that's what this is. What it is. It's not a flat face. Not a huge fan of the hinge, but to each their own. So this is the 17 round magazine, and then y'all know my favorite 24 round Kobe stick. Kobe. But yeah. So I wanted this for a home defense. Again, like I said, I've been wanting this for years. So of course, with the threaded barrel, you think suppressors and all of that, silencers as people call them, but excuse me, I'm not a huge fan either of the, having to do the tax stamp and the government ATF all in your business. But I do know what is it? Did they get rid of the $200 fee? I think you still have to get it registered and whatnot, but at least we're headed in the right direction. So hopefully in the future I'll be able to get a silencer without having to get the ATF involved, just going in and getting a silencer. So, but I may get tired of waiting and just get it, because that's what I got this for, was for home defense. To be my bedside gun. I don't have it close, but my current home defense is the Glock 45. I've done a video on that one. But I do eventually want to switch to this. Like I said, I've taken it to the range a couple of times. I personally enjoy shooting it. I love the grip on it. That's why I got the full size. I wasn't necessarily interested in carrying it, so it didn't have to be the compact model. I will say I did want the FDE version, but it was out of stock at the time with the red dot, and I wanted the whole package. The 24 round mag, the red dot, all of that. And I could have waited, but like I said, for that price, I knew it was a matter of time before the price went back up. So I ended up with the black. I'm not, y'all see, all of my other firearms are black, but this is one I would have gotten in FDE, because the aesthetic aspect of firearms does matter to me, which is why majority of mine are black. But this, like I said, this one I would have gotten in FDE for sure. But you know, it is what it is. I ain't really tripping. One thing I will say with the red dot, because this is my introduction to red dots as well. I wish that this had the shake awake option. This doesn't. So you know, you have to press the button, hold it for the red dot to pop up. I think when I make this my actual home defense, I'm gonna get a different red dot, and then I don't know, putting this on. Random side note, but I do eventually want to get a 22 handgun just to have for, you know, going to the range and getting, because you know that ammo was super cheap. So I want to be able to, you know, I'm gonna get a 22 eventually in my collection. I'll probably end up putting this on that. But like I said, for home defense, you know, middle of the night, I don't want to have to, you know, I don't want it to be oh my God, I forgot to turn on the red dot. It should be point and shoot in a situation like that. So I don't know what red dot. Like I said, this is my intro to red dots on handguns. So matter of fact, put that in the comments. What are some of the red dots you guys would recommend? If you have, or you know, what do you guys, especially for like your home defense setup, what is the red dots you guys use? Or even I guess EDC, because I eventually want to get into that too. But yeah, would I recommend? Wow.
What? What the fuck?
Would I recommend this firearm? Yes. Like I said, I love the grip. I love the sight picture I get through the red dot. So I will give them the props with that. The suppressor height sights makes all the difference in the world, because I pick up very easily with this firearm. I love the capacity, you know, 17 plus 1 and the 24 plus 1. This is really fun to shoot out the range.
Kobe!
I will say it was super hard trying to load this magazines when I first got this firearm. I don't know. They're super stiff, so be prepared for that. One thing so you know, with Glocks, mechanics, those all come with speed loaders. This didn't. I'm not really tripping on that. This right here is a lifesaver. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I'll put it on the screen as well though, so you can see it better. But this brand is phenomenal. And I would have got a black one, but the range I was at, this is the only color they had. And I knew I really wanted to shoot this at that range. That was my first time at that range, the outdoor one. So I seen this, so I had to pick it up. And funny enough, so again, I'm so sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, but I want to say his name is like Hitchcock 45, I believe, on YouTube. The older white gentleman that be shooting at in his backyard. I saw one of his videos. He had like 3-4 different FNs he was shooting, and that's when I got the idea to get this, because I noticed he was using one of these to reload. So at least I'm not the only one, but again, that's not even really because now it's not as hard to, you know, load the magazine, so I'm really tripping. But either way, this is a very good speed loader to get. But yeah, has good, you know, serrations. I'm not still gotta get a light for this. I'm not sure which yet. Probably a stream light? Yeah, probably a stream light. But yeah, all things considered, this is an excellent firearm. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this trigger, so if I were to change anything, it for sure would be this red dot, because like I said, I want a shaker weight, which is, you know, to your bedside or whatever, your dresser, you lock out and point, red dot comes on. Like I said, with this one, you gotta hold this button down for like 5 seconds just to get the red dot. In a self-defense, home defense situation, you ain't got that time. So I'm gonna continue to, you know, shoot it and put it through its paces before I'm ready to have this as part of my rotation and my setup. And then once I get a red dot too, I'm gonna, you know, same thing, run it through its paces with that as well, just to make sure. But this so far has been a very solid firearm. I really don't have any complaints on it. You know how I do. I'll put some clips of me shooting it at the end of the video. So I know I asked about red dots, but also in the comment section, I want you to put down what's your current home defense setup. Like I said, for me right now, it's the Glock 45. No red dot, but you know, it has the night sights and the Streamlight 9, I believe it is, on that. So I'll probably get something similar. I like the big light, and it's easy to reach the button, and it has the strobe, which I like as well. So I'll probably get something, if not that, something very similar for this. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So like I said, in the comments, after you done, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, what is your current, you know, and I'm gonna put that in the comment section as well. I'll type it out so y'all can see it as well. You can answer under that or put your own comment, whatever. But yeah, this is NizzleTV. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.
Now it doesn't work when you're pistol. If you lose count, what you do is you put it in there. You put it in there and extra fan. Oh, that goes up the shaft. That's what that instant push.
Wait until rapid fire.
Hold.
Like if we bang.
Like it's not like a push.
Soft rule.
It's like a 308.
Yeah, I've shot.
Do it again, boo.